Okay, so this is video part D, and what I realized at the end of the last video, I thought I was opening up a new assembly, but it actually opened up a new part. So if I click New this time, so what I had to do was, yeah, so for some reason when it was in this novice thing, if I picked assembly, it actually brought me apart. So if I click on Advanced, so I actually have set up my own templates here, and maybe we have time at some point in the course I'll show you how to do that. But if you just click on the tutorial tab, and now I just double click on assembly, then I should, yeah, so now I get this new assembly part, and you can see that it already gives me a list of the SolidWorks parts that I have open. In other words, it's guessing that, well, if I have these parts open, I might want to use them in the assembly. So I'm going to bring a bunch of them in. So to keep this active, in other words, if I just pick one and drag it in, it's just going to close out the command. But if I pick this little pin, then it will keep this active. So I think we needed, let's see, I think we needed 3 60-tooth gears. All right, so I'll just put those in, and we needed, let's see, so we needed 5 of these, so I'll just put these up here. And we needed 1 of these. Okay, so now I'll close this. And now on this tree you can see here's the different parts, and parts that are the same, you can see that it differentiates them by putting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, so on, so that they're the same instance of the part. If I go back and open one of those part files and made a change, it would change that that feature on all the ones that I have here. Not just one, but all of them. So the other thing is, you'll notice that a bunch of them have minus signs in front of them, and that means that they're free to move. So if I left click on one, let's see, right, you can see I can drag it around. If I right click on it, I can rotate it, okay? But the first part that you put in an assembly is going to have this F, and that means it's fixed, right? So if I click on there, you can see that's the part. So on this one, if I try and drag that, I get this message: the selected component is fixed, can't be moved. So if I want to be able to move it, I can just either right click on the part or right click in the tree here and select float. Okay, so now I can move that part. Okay, so let's look at one of these now. So if I want to get this part here, and I want to put it in that hole, so first of all, maybe I'll right click it and try to rotate it around a little bit to get it lined up a little better. Okay, and now, okay, so that's better. Now I'm going to turn on the visibility of these temporary axes, as I mentioned before. Okay, so you can see that here's the axis. All right, let me make sure I'm getting the right one. So there's that axis. I'm just going to left click on that, and then I'll come over here and hold down my control key. Holding on the control key, I'm going to left click on this axis. All right, and you can see SolidWorks is already guessing what I want to do. And I moved my cursor so the little box there went away. But I can just go over here to this pin right here, the mate button. Okay. And so you can see that it's already got those lined up. And so I want a coincidence. In other words, I want those two axes to be lined up together, right? So there's some other choices here, but that's the one I want. So I'll click the green check mark. Okay. And so now another thing I might want to do is, right now this thing can spin, right? It can move up and down and it can spin. And I want this surface right here. Let's say I want that surface and this surface right here to be parallel. So yes, I want to check that, and I'm going to have to pick up here from the next video.